Hello everyone, welcome to NEET Zoology Tutorials by Revati. In our last video we discussed about digestive system and different types of digestive systems and their examples and a just comparison between a complete gut and incomplete gut. So today we are going to discuss about human digestive system. The human digestive system consists of alimentary canal and associated glands. It consists of alimentary canal and associated glands. So first comes to alimentary canal. Alimentary canal విషయానికి వస్తే it is a long coiled tube like structure. Okay. It starts with the anterior opening called mouth and opens to the exterior through the opening called anus. That means అంటే elementary canal అనేది it opens through the anterior opening called mouth. అంటే anterior opening ఏంటి మా mouth and the exterior opening or the posterior opening is called anus. Okay, so the anterior opening is mouth and the exterior posterior opening is called anus. So here in between this mouth and anus, what are the structures present in the case of alimentary canal? Let us see that. Okay, it starts with mouth and it leads to buccal cavity, or we can say oral cavity, and this buccal cavity leads to pharynx. Pharynx leads to esophagus. Esophagus leads to stomach. Stomach leads to small intestine. Small intestine leads to large intestine, and this large intestine leads to anus. Okay, these are the structures which are present in between mouth and anus. Okay, The anterior opening is called mouth. And the posterior opening is called anus. Okay. Already last video lo manam cheppukunnattugaanu oka digestive cavity అనేది రెండు ఓపెనింగ్స్ ని కలిగి ఉంటే దాన్ని కంప్లీట్ గట్ అని చెప్పుకున్నాం. అంటే ఇక్కడ మన డైజెస్టివ్ సిస్టమ్ యొక్క యాంటీరియర్ ఓపెనింగ్ ని మౌత్ అని, పోస్టీరియర్ ఓపెనింగ్ ని ఏనస్ అని చెప్తున్నాం. అంటే మన డైజెస్టివ్ సిస్టమ్ కి ఎన్ని ఓపెనింగ్స్ ఉన్నట్టున్నా we are having two openings, okay, that is mouth and anus. So that's what మన digestive system ఏంటి అంటే complete digestive system. The structures which are present in between mouth and anus ఏంటి అంటే buccal cavity or oral cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Okay, so these are the structures which are present between mouth and anus. Okay, let us see the locations. Human digestive system. Okay, so this is the brief structure of digestive system, human digestive system. Okay, so what is this anterior opening? Nana? This anterior opening is nothing but mouth. Through the mouth we ingest the food, and the posterior opening is nothing but anus. Okay, ఏమని చెప్పుకున్నాం? యాంటీరియర్ ఓపెనింగ్ ని మౌత్ అని, పోస్టీరియర్ ఓపెనింగ్ ని ఏనస్ అని చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఈ రెండింటి మధ్యలో ఉన్నటువంటి స్ట్రక్చర్స్ ఏంటన్నా? బకల్ క్యావిటీ. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అవర్ మౌత్, అండ్ దిస్ మౌత్ లీడ్స్ టు బకల్ క్యావిటీ. ఇన్సైడ్ ద క్యావిటీ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ బకల్ క్యావిటీ, ఆర్ వీ కెన్ సే ఓరల్ క్యావిటీ. ఈ బకల్ క్యావిటీని ఇంకా ఏమనొచ్చు అంటే ఓరల్ క్యావిటీ అని కూడా అంటారు. ఓకే, సో దట్ మీన్స్ this is nothing but buccal cavity or ఓరల్ క్యావిటీ. సో మన బకల్ క్యావిటీలో లేదంటే ఓరల్ క్యావిటీలో ఏ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ ఉంటాయి? దోస్ ఆర్ హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఫర్ డైజెషన్. ఆల్రెడీ మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం, మన టూత్ మెకానికల్ డైజెషన్కి హెల్ప్ అవుతాయి అని చెప్పుకున్నాం. సో ద బకల్ క్యావిటీ కన్సిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ teeth, tongue. Our buccal cavity consists of teeth, tongue and palate. మీరు కనుక మీ టంగ్ని పైకి ట్విస్ట్ చేసి చూసినట్లయితే ఇక్కడ ఒక హార్డ్ స్ట్రక్చర్ తగులుతూ ఉంటుంది, just like this. So that hard structure is nothing but palate. Okay, so our buccal cavity has teeth, tongue and tongue ni just up ki roll cheste, that is nothing but palate. Okay, next, this buccal cavity and oral cavity leads to pharynx. So this region is nothing but pharynx. Okay, so this is not exact structure, it is a junction or it is a point. Okay, so where the nasal cavity opens. Okay, so this is our nostrils. Okay, so these are our nostrils and these nostrils opens into nasal cavity, and this is a junction, this is also a portion of pharynx. So the pharynx ఏదైతే నాసల్ క్యావిటీ నుంచి మనకి ఒక పోర్షన్ అరైజ్ అవుతుందో ఆ pharynx యొక్క పోర్షన్ని nasopharynx అంటాం. That means pharynx has three regions. Nasal cavity opens into nasopharynx, oral cavity opens into oropharynx. Okay, and this pharynx continues and opens into so what is this structure, Nana? This is esophagus. Okay, and this is nothing but larynx. This is larynx, and this larynx leads to, and this portion is nothing but trachea. Okay, so now this larynx and esophagus opens into which portion? That is nothing but pharynx. మనల్ని నీట్ బిట్స్లో అడిగేటప్పుడు esophagus and larynx opens into అని అడుగుతారు. That is nothing but ఎన్మాది pharynx. Okay, pharynx has three regions. ఏదైతే nasal cavity portion ఓపెన్ అవుతుందో ఆ రీజియన్ని nasopharynx అంటాం. ఓరల్ క్యావిటీ పోర్షన్ ఓపెన్ అయ్యేదాన్ని oropharynx అంటాం. ఏదైతే పోర్షన్ ఈసోఫేగస్కి లారింగ్స్లోకి ఓపెన్ అవుతుందో this much portion is nothing but laryngopharynx. ఇందులో laryngopharynx. సో ఇక్కడ nasopharynx, oropharynx, laryngopharynx. These are the three regions of pharynx. Next structure is nothing but esophagus, and this esophagus opens into a J-shaped structure. Okay, this esophagus is a long tubular structure. It passes through our neck, thorax, and it passes through this diaphragm. Okay, so here this is nothing but muscular diaphragm, and this diaphragm, it pierces this diaphragm. The esophagus pierces this diaphragm and opens into which region in a stomach? And this stomach has three regions. That is nothing but where ఎక్కడైతే ఈసోఫేగస్ స్టమక్లో ఓపెన్ అవుతుందో that region is nothing but Okay, I am writing here cardiac. And the next main region of the stomach is nothing but fundus, or we can say body. And the next A portion aite duodenum loki open avutundo, that is the first part of small intestine, that portion is called pylorus. The portion is called pylorus. Okay, and next comes to, okay, so small intestine. This stomach opens into small intestine. The first part of small intestine is nothing but duodenum. It is a C-shaped structure. This duodenum opens into jejunum, and this jejunum opens into highly coiled ileum. Okay, and these three parts together called as small intestine. Small intestine. And next comes to large intestine. And this ileum opens into a sac-like structure called cecum. This portion is called cecum. And this cecum opens into these projections called haustra. This is nothing but colon. This colon has ascending colon, transverse colon and descending colon. And this colon leads to rectum. This colon leads to rectum. Okay, and these are the structures which are present in our digestive system. This is about our digestive system diagram and brief explanation about diagram. I hope you understand what are the locations of all the structures. Okay, once we recall that now, the anterior opening of digestive system is called mouth, and the posterior opening of digestive system is called anus. Okay, in between these two structures there are so many regions, okay, which participate or which plays a key role in digestion. Okay, our structures enti ante, the mouth, it opens into our buccal cavity, and this buccal cavity has teeth, tongue and palate. And this buccal cavity or oral cavity leads into a region that is nothing but pharynx. This pharynx has three portions or three segments, that is nothing but ఏదైతే nasal cavity portion open అవుతుందో దాన్ని nasopharynx అని, ఏదైతే oral cavity portion open అవుతుందో దాన్ని oropharynx అని. That means this complete region or structure is nothing but, this complete area is nothing but pharynx. Okay, and this pharynx opens into, ఈ pharynx అనేటువంటి portion దేనిలోకి ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది? This complete this complete pharynx opens into, okay, it opens into esophagus and larynx, or we can say larynx and esophagus opens into a region called pharynx. Okay, next, this pharynx leads to esophagus. It is a tubular structure. It passes through our neck, thoracic region, and it pierces the diaphragm, and it opens into a J-shaped structure that is nothing but stomach. And this stomach has three regions. ఏదైతే పోర్షన్ ఈసోఫేగస్ స్టమక్ లోకి ఓపెన్ అవుతుందో దాన్ని కార్డియాక్ అంటాం. ద నెక్స్ట్ రీజియన్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఫండస్, అండ్ ఏదైతే రీజియన్ డియోడినంలోకి ఓపెన్ అవుతుందో దట్ ఈస్ టర్మ్డ్ యాజ్ పైలోరస్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ కమ్స్ టు స్మాల్ ఇంటెస్టైన్. దిస్ స్మాల్ ఇంటెస్టైన్ హ్యాస్ త్రీ రీజియన్స్, దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ duodenum, the proximal part of the small intestine, and next jejunum, the middle portion of the small intestine, and next comes to the ileum, the distal part of the small intestine. Okay, small intestine, it leads into the large intestine. Large intestine has a sac-like structure or blind sac-like structure called cecum, and it has a pointed vestigial organ is there, that is nothing but appendix. The vestigial organ of digestive system, it is appendix. And this ileum leads to cecum, cecum leads to colon, colon leads to rectum. So these three together forms the large intestine. And next, this rectum leads to anus. Okay, I hope you understand about the brief locations of our human digestive system. In our next video, we discuss about each and every part of alimentary canal in detail. Thank you.